Presented by That Time I Got Reincarnated in the same world as an anime podcaster, this is Shonen Jumping the Gun, the show where we set our sights on the first chapter of a manga and decide if it's a misfire or a bullseye.
Let's see how many rounds are in this magazine.
On today's episode, but what if the boys exorcised ghosts? This is Phantom Busters! Welcome, everybody. Dang, these boys got hands. It's Moxidine here with I Can Only Podcast by Stealing His Power. It's Isekai Sensei Sama Brad. Brad, how you doing?
I mean, that's true.
It is. That's why I said it. Do I tell lies in these things?
Is that your heavenly pact?
What?
You can't tell lies about me?
What power does that give me?
The power to do a podcast.
There you
and
go.
Have me help you with it?
Are you the cursed spirit?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, you've been dead the whole time.
I've been dead
You're
the whole
cursed
time.
spirit.
I'm the cursed spirit.
I use you for the creative.
I made a contract with you where I'm bound by something to you. Hi, everybody. We're back with episode 2 proper of The Boys arc, the arc with manga with boys in it. And bearing the lead of it, this is so much more from chapter 1. This is a boys manga.
Yes.
This is a manga with boys in it. I'm sure Haikyuu becomes a manga with boys in it. It was like kind of a manga, like truly what I mean by that. But this one, Phantom Busters, is that. So Phantom Busters is written and arted by Neo Shoko, who I tried to figure out more information about. There was one thing that said they might be a woman. I don't know.
Okay.
There was no consistency or clarity or any information outside of like they maybe did a one shot for it at some point. I don't know. I tried harder than usual to track this down, along with some other information I'm about to get to, and failed. Phantom Busters has been running in Jump Square since August 2023, with 7 volumes worth of chapters out in Japan. 3 volumes are out in English, and about 12 chapters are out on the Shonen Jump app where I read.
Oh, so this is still coming out.
Correct. This is not done, and we don't even have everything that is out in the Jump app.
That makes so
but
much
the other
more sense.
books are 3 volumes are out in English officially.
Yeah. Because I read it on Viz.
It's on the Jump app. It's not on the Viz app, unless it's on both of them.
Well, I read on desktop.
Okay.
It's all in the same place.
So as a phone user, it's on the Jump app, which I found weird, but I think it's because it's on Jump Square and it's
Yeah.
more shonen-y. It didn't go on the Viz app, even though some shonen stuff goes on the Viz app.
And I went on there, and I looked at it, and I went, 12 chapters? How did it end that quickly?
It didn't. 'Cause I remember when Phantom Busters showed up on the app as a new chapter 1, and then I didn't get around to it, and then somebody talked about it, I think when I was asking for boys manga, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. It oddly doesn't have the localizer and letterer listed on the first chapter, and I could not find a source I was confident to confirm who did it. But regardless, I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
But this was one where I'm like, because anytime, I've been trying to do that more with Jump stuff, but especially with this one, when I got halfway through, and I'm like, these are some really good localization picks. I wonder if this is somebody that I know. And then the answer was, it's not there. And I was like, that's weird.
Now that you say that, I'm just going to check real quick because
see if you have a thing, because I didn't
won't be the
find
first time
anything.
you've missed something.
It is, but I guess I'm not going to say like I did an hour-long search, but I gave it I put in the elbow grease more than just like, well, I looked in the one spot and that's all I had. Like I Googled around Anime Network sources, like there was a couple names that I thought it would have been, or that I thought it was at some point from things I saw, but like it was information that I never found a source that I was like confident in, which was just very odd to me. For something that just dropped on the Jump app. We're back from Search Zone. We didn't find it. But they did a great job. I hope we get to learn who they are at some point. Because I want to be like, good stuff. But with that out of the way, let's get into my patented Moxie's manga Mox Speed summary. We open on our protagonist, Eugene, as a child in the garden having tea with his grandmother in London. She entrusts him with a key as a keepsake while he's away in Kamakura. It's like a charm bracelet sort of
Come
thing.
to Kamakura town.
Is that actually what that is?
Yeah.
Is that why it's so haunted? Because a bunch of people got murdered? Wait, what? Japan is Japan and connected to itself. I'm amazed.
As soon as I read that song just got stuck in my head.
I don't think I actually internalized what they were saying in that. Well, he's away in Kamakura, the most haunted city outside of London. Eugene doesn't believe in ghosts, so Grandma says when she becomes a ghost, she'll pay him a visit, and they can still be together. Those were the only lies his grandma ever told, which is why he doesn't believe in ghosts to this day. Chapter 1, let's start a club.
By the way, I think that she took that promise very seriously and died the next day.
You think so? Yeah, I guess timeline-wise.
Yeah.
She's like dead, what? Is it?
Because, he says, she's been gone 10 years
10
now.
years.
And it's like, man, she died right after saying that to you. What the hell?
She was waiting. She was storing it up.
She didn't look that old.
That key was her phylactery or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Or a Horcrux or whatever. So on our spread page, we see our set of 4 boys, TM, even if we don't properly meet them all today. We meet 3 of our 4 boys, but we see the 4th boy. He is spotted in actual and not just in the spread page. We catch back up with Eugene in Kamakura, Japan, and now he's in high school. Despite his intellect, he's going to an average school. Just need to get through it and then back to London for uni. He walks to class by the ocean, taking note of the key bangle he got from his now-passed grandma, but... Wait, what's that?
I did, I thought it was interesting how he's just like, listen, I know I'm smart.
I know.
I'm just going to go here and hang out.
I'm just going to get this done with. This is just done. It's boy number 2, wildly splashing around in the ocean, screaming and singing like an idiot. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, thinks Eugene as boy number 3 passes by, remarking, Kamakura is swarming with them.
What? You keep saying Eugene as if it's a Japanese name.
No, it's Eugene. Am I not saying Eugene? Eugene Fitzherbert from Tangled.
I don't know, just the
Eugene
inflection that you were using.
Not intentional or thought of.
It sounded like you were trying to make it Japanese.
Yeah. Eugene's son. So yes, we have seen 3 boys at this point. But oh no, boy number 2 is drowning and no one is helping him. So Eugene must dive in and save him, getting soaked in the process. I want to quote boy number 2 saying, who is being saved, goes, "The sea's got hands," as soon as he's pulled out, and then goes, "I think Mother Ocean's got it in for me." It's like she was after my insurance money, which like those are the lines where I'm like, I gotta go see who localized this because those are some choice lines.
Yeah.
But just like I love, like he's like blah, 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 like dying, and then just Ocean's got hands. We then finally learned boy number 2's name, Mogari Shishikuno, who is also going to that school. He's new to the area and asks Eugene to give him a tour then. Tour of the area, preferably some haunted spots, which Eugene thinks is dumb, unscientific rubbish. Then the duo arrive at school in their soaking wet clothes and get everybody's attention. Eugene Korakishi, last name newly unlocked for us, is the keynote speaker, and he already memorized the speech he was given from the first time he read it. Also, he's like the smartest dude at the school by far. Double also, mystery boy number 4 gets a visual cameo. Feeling awful about how today is already gone, Eugene learns it's even more awful than that as he notices the key charm from his grandmother is gone. He must have fallen into the ocean when he was saving Mogari. This is the worst! He's always been a very smart kid, and Grandma was the only person who treated him normally, like a kid. Mogari apologizes and says they can hunt for ghosts another time. Ghosts don't exist! I would have seen one by now. Mogari says he can't see them per se, but... Kind of trails off there. I don't think they don't get into it at that point. It's the next day, and Eugene feels like garbage for chewing out Mogari and is ready to apologize to him when, oh my gosh, Mogari, have you been diving into the ocean to find my charm all night and in the rain? Well, if the key is so special, it must open something really cool and important, right? You sure are a weird one. I appreciate you trying. Let's go on that tour of the city. But wait, something grabs Eugene's leg and pulls him into the surf. He can't escape its grasp, and Mogari can't swim. Luckily, boy number 3 is passing by, and he can see spirits, and he sees the spirit pulling Eugene in and goes to help. It's a samurai from the Kamakura era pulling him in, and once boy number 3 touches Mogari, he can see it too. Is that one of the samurai from Elusive Samurai now? Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. It's all connected. I didn't get to the end of Elusive Samurai, so I don't know who it is. It's the samurai who never jerks off even though he really wants to. It's that one. I'm going to pretend it's that. That's why he's pissed. Because he didn't need to jerk off before he died. Even though he's like constantly like women folk. I'm sounding a lot meaner than I am. It's still whatever. Okay, I'm going to keep going. It seems like Mogari can borrow this power on contact with somebody who does have the power, as Eugene still can't see it. How do you learn that you can steal somebody's power to see spirits? I guess by virtue of the setup I'm about to describe now that I think about it. The power Mogari does have on his own is, well, he sticks his tongue out, which shows a tattoo, then jumps up to devour the evil spirit, declaring, "Quit ruining the best days of our lives." Eugene never saw the spirit. To him, Mogari was only eating the air, but he was excited by it. As Eugene was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I'm jazzed by this, I guess. I don't know. Mogari declares himself as a part-time exorcist. He's only here to exorcise ghosts, as otherwise he would be stuck in training in the mountains with his family, who are also ghostbusters. Also, hey, remember when we were fighting that dead samurai? There was another ghost, this classy-looking grandma hooting and hollering at them. Was she cheering us on? But you don't believe in ghosts, Eugene, so it doesn't matter. Eugene then does the, I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in the you that believes in ghosts. Hey, we should get that other first year that helped us. Boy number 3, Kanzaki, and all other kids with psychic powers and form a club, the Phantom Busters.
We'll call it the Shadow Eliminators.
Thank you. I was also thinking that. The Phantom Busters. Isn't that just a knockoff of the Ghostbusters? It's not a knockoff. It's an homage. But it all depends if that Kanzaki fellow wants to join us or not. End of chapter 1.
Because otherwise we can't find the ghosts.
We can't find the ghosts.
Yeah, when it got to the end and he's like, we'll call our club the Phantom Busters. I was like, oh, I did the thing.
But this one's better by every... Brad, I had a really good time with this
lampshaded
manga. Like, holy heck. I know, and I love that, like, isn't that like the Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a ripoff, it's an homage.
If you're going to do something like that, you have to lampshade it. So it's like, you're winking at the camera and going, yeah, we know. We're doing it on purpose.
But also, Phantom Busters is a great name.
Yeah. It's all right.
For like a ghost-busting team. And as a manga, it's like fine. It's a little, just like...
I think it would have made more sense if they were called Yokai Busters.
What if there was a guy... What if Boy 4 is named Murakami, though? They can't... That name's already taken. They can't be Yokai Busters with Murakami.
Yeah, it was so interesting because at first I'm starting reading it. And keep in mind, up until we started recording this, I thought it was canceled. I thought it was
you thought it was dead.
I thought it was 12 chapters long.
You didn't know anything about this before starting.
I knew nothing
I didn't know
about
either.
it.
I didn't even know it was. I didn't know it was a comedy. I didn't know it was Exorcist.
Yeah. And I'm just going, I don't understand.
There were boys in it, and it had caught my eye when it showed up on the Jump app, and then somebody talked about it and was like, okay, this is destiny.
And then I read the first chapter, and I was like, how did this get canceled so quickly?
It didn't. It's so alive right now. It's 7 volumes of Alive, Brad.
I mean, I'll just say this outright because I'm gonna go back on what I said earlier. I was planning to say that this is the one that we should reload for this arc because of that. Because I was like, how could this have been canceled so quickly? The first chapter seems so good.
Yeah.
But it didn't. So I'm just going to read it.
That was going to be my counterpoint. If it was this one, it was just like, we should just both read it for fun. Like, this does not feel like a manga I need to go back on and for the podcast and do more. This is one for my own enjoyment.
This strikes me in a similar way that Kiyoshi did, where you go, I can't believe it's another Exorcist manga, and then you go, it's another Exorcist manga. Like, positive.
Because I think it doesn't start because you're following Eugene who has no power. It's like, I really liked Eugene a lot. Like, again, I thought of fucking Roku's House of Oddities, where it's like, here's this dipshit who doesn't believe in any of this, and he sucks. And it's like Eugene. It's like he's got personality. He's got like he has who he is. He has a situation,
you have to be a character
and he's
first.
Like interesting. Like he's interesting. Like the whole connection with his grandmother and the whole like I've always been smart, so people treat me weird, but my grandmother didn't.
Yeah.
His whole like I live in Japan because I don't know if it's confirmed. But like, there's the rumor of just like one of his parents is British, or he's like a quarter British or something.
That's what they said, a quarter.
Yeah. But he lives in Japan because that's where his like family, his parents live, or at least, do we see both of his parents or we just see mom?
Just his mom.
Okay. Do we know anything about dad? I don't think so.
I mean, I can guess that he's the head of some corporation.
Yeah. He plays jazz. That's always my go-to. He's just anytime. Hey, is there a father not in a manga? It's Jotaro's dad. He's that fucking deadbeat jazz player who never comes home. The
very
bastard.
Specifically, his mom was like, "Why aren't you going to a prep school?
Yeah,
you should have gone to a prep school." And he's like, "I'm just going to take it.
I'm going to get into university." I love later to just show how smart he is from like a social standpoint. Is that when he arrives at the entrance ceremony, some of the like teachers or the principal or whatever is like, this dude's gonna raise us. Like, he's so smart, he's going to raise us in the ranking. Like, it's a miracle that he's here. He shouldn't be here, but he is, and that rocks. And I'm just like, but also just like, he's cool. I've met other like smart guys who are a little bit more standoff. Like, he still has his little, like, yeah, he's a character first.
Yeah.
More than an archetype. And that's why, like, it's like they make a point of like, I couldn't see any of the ghost stuff you two saw. And it's not just like, I'm going to play for comedy that I couldn't see that and I'm going to still not believe you at all. But it's like one of those, it's like, well, I still haven't fit my criteria of believing in it. But like, there's like, this was a crazy, wild thing that happened. So I'm choosing to believe you in a way that feels genuine and not just like, because it's just like, I'm sick of the like, what? I don't believe you. No, there's all this evidence all the time.
I wonder if like the tattoos give you power, or if the tattoos are just there to denote that they have the power, or the tattoos help draw out the existing power.
Did Kanazaki or whatever like his name is, boy number 3 who could see ghosts, did he have a mark?
Over his eye, yeah.
Okay.
And that was like, that's why I was thinking like, okay, so the one has the tattoo on his tongue and he can eat them, and the other one has something over his eye and he can see them. So is it something they chose, or did it? Oh, I like was it forced on them?
Is the tattoo the power, or is the tattoo a denoter of them already containing?
Because if the tattoo is the power, then Eugene could get one and have a power.
Yeah, I'm curious what.
But he could also have some kind of latent power, and the tattoo draws it out.
Maybe,
and we don't know what that power is yet.
Mom's gonna freak out if he gets a tattoo. Because Kanazaki, I'm just gonna call him Kanazaki. I don't remember his name. I could look it up, but
I don't remember any of their names.
That's fine. I only got them specific because they kept calling them. I called them by number. So the boy who can see ghosts, like he clearly. He's lived here for a while, because like, there's the beginning. I like the beginning gag that I kind of had in the summary, is that when you see him passing by and you recognize him because he's on the cover and on the spread page of going, Kamakura is full of them, and you think he's talking about boy number 2 just being crazy people, but he can see the spirit that is trying to pull boy number 2 under, and that's what he's talking about. And I think that's clever. I think that's interesting.
I just think it's neat.
But yeah, and maybe it's just like Eugene is the brains of this operation. I do know, if Wikipedia didn't lie to me, boy number 4's power is that he can hear ghosts. If I'm not,
that seems less helpful.
Yes, which is why I'm interested by it, especially in a comedy. I think if this wasn't a comedy, I think I'd be a little bit more arms crossed about it.
Does that mean Eugene will be able to speak to ghosts?
Oh, maybe. I think
no, because the other guy has the tattoo on his tongue, so that's
he just eats them.
Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Oh, yeah.
So what would Eugene's be?
He's the brains. He's not a monkey.
He's head monkey.
Yeah. I'm so curious
of the Shadow Eliminators. I mean, the Phantom Busters.
The Phantom Busters. I mean, Ghostbusters. I mean, the Phantom. The way that they drew the grandmother when she's hooting and hollering, and he just goes, "I think she was cheering for us," but like, I'm not 100% certain that's what she's doing, so I'm excited to read chapter 2 to learn more. Like,
and because that kid can hear them, so the one that can see.
Oh yeah, you're right. Even if he was sharing it, he wouldn't have been, because I guess it would have just been visually. But it's like the drawing isn't like a straightforward like go 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 or something. Like she looks like she doesn't look mad, but she just like there's this vague sense of like. Like
she's on her way home from shopping,
pissed, but she's also dead because she's the ghost. But I just love that. I love that. Like we are specifically shown her that it is the grandmother, but just by his description, like there's enough details I think he describes that Eugene would be able to put together. It's his. Why is his grandmother here? I guess your ghost can just go wherever. Her ghost is connected to the charm. Duh. That's why she gave it up and she died. She's connected to the charm.
I think that opening scene they were in Kamakura though.
No, they're in London. He goes, I need to leave for Kamakura. I'll be back for university.
Oh.
Because they're in her tea garden.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Because I'm like, how would her ghost be here? I'm like, the ghost is with the charm bracelet. Yeah. So that's why she's stuck at maybe she's doing all because she's like, I used to travel with my grandson, but I've been stuck at this beach because it fell off in the ocean. But we don't know. I mean, that's a chapter 2, check that will be cashed, I would assume. I don't think that's something that needs to be put off. But like, I love the dynamic of the boys already, and a 4th one can only, I feel like, complete the Sunday.
Yeah. Do you
Like,
think
there's
do
nobody
we
that's
stop
like,
at 4 or do we collect some more?
I think it's only 4. Like, I mean, maybe I know he says like any kid that has psychic power. Again, I feel like we're gonna do the question I'm gonna ask everyone: will there be a girl at any point? And the answer is I don't. That's not the grandmother, obviously.
You know,
like a child.
What this
a
actually
student.
reminds me of more than Shadow Eliminators, which, to be fair,
It
was
reminds me
also
of a
sort
lot.
of boys.
Yeah, there was a girl in that one, I think, or no, there was a guy who looked femi.
Yeah. No, on a more positive, you know what this reminds me of? Dead Account.
Yeah, a little bit. I could see that.
Dead Account also has some boys,
Dedicate does have some boys.
but it's also got a lot of girls. So.
Yeah, we have a. I think we have a manga in this lineup for boys arc that is more in line with Dead Account than this one. Even less ghosts, but just that kind of shonen vibe.
Yeah.
Of here's the crew. But no, this is a boys manga.
Yes.
This manga got some boys in it, and you're gonna have the boys are all great, but by God, you're gonna have a favorite boy. But just the way they interact, they're like I'm excited to see more of this. I'm excited for them to find more ghosts. I'm excited to see how the fourth guy comes in and how their powers play together. Like, how is Eugene a part of this group when he can't see them and still somewhat does not believe in them? Like, I'm curious, but also like,
yeah, why would he be part of the group if he doesn't have any powers?
Because he's interested.
Because he was nice to them.
He needs to be documented. Hey, every X-Files team needs a Scully.
That's true.
And Scully wasn't an asshole.
Doesn't matter.
She was the skeptic.
How many times you see actual extraterrestrials?
I know, that's the problem. Every or weird stuff. It's like there's a certain point where it's just like, okay, it's getting really contrived that the spooky thing happens to Mulder, and then somehow, but always Scully isn't there. And for the first 10 episodes or so, I can go, yeah, I can buy that. But it's like, this is going to have to get more and more contrived if she has to keep that for like 7 seasons. And that's why it's nice here, where it's like, it's a very soft, I don't believe in ghosts, and not like a, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this made me think, but yeah, all of the comparisons were always, this is better. It was of to Roku, of to Shadow Eliminators, a third thing. It's just like, this was a manga that I just had when I thought I was having I'm just not in an emotion set of my existence right now that I'm into reading a new manga. I'm not open to things. I'm still stressed with a big creative project, so my ability to just rest, relax, and open my emotional brain up is limited. And just having such a good time, like laughing, that it was both interesting, but it was both like, again, funny from the localization. And how the situation set up and the banter was just like top marks, gang. Where
and not much to catch up on.
Where does it go? No, even if the chapters are chunky, but also the knowledge that there is more, which is kind of like the perfect way to do it. Yeah. Honestly, we have our 4 boys we're aware of. Could there be more in the future? Maybe, but I don't think for a little bit. Because we still have to meet who we have.
Is it just going to be Monster of the Week?
I'm sure there'll be a more overarching thing, or maybe it's just like they're like that's always the thing with like a comedy of just like you can do the slice of life of, but also there could be like a bigger spirit they have to deal with in the future.
But also with the length of the chapters, you could do 1 per chapter.
Yeah. I could foresee it being kind of like a bug ego thing where each chapter is its own little kind of self-contained thing. And then at a certain point, which I guess is a lot of series, it can start picking up momentum into we're doing a specific storyline or we're investigating something specific that is both longer than a chapter, but is also bigger than just one ghost.
Yeah.
But that part I'm like not like super dead set on because like, again, I come back to slice of life comedy.
I didn't see anything in the first chapter that made me go, oh, there might be a more overarching thing.
I mean, the overarching thing is Kamakura is haunted as fuck.
Yeah.
It would be neat at some point if they'd take a trip to London and have to like battle London ghosts. I think that would be a fun thing, but that wouldn't happen for a bunch of volumes. But I like that idea. I'm curious how consistent Grandma will be. Like, do they have to find the charm again?
I mean, if she is attached to it, like you say, which I
don't think she's gonna
makes sense.
Like
you'd have to find
her business
it, or she'd
is
be
still,
trapped
I spend
there,
time
right?
with my grandson. Yeah, and I feel like then she'd start freaking out, and I'm like, that feels too strong because like we literally saw her. So it's like I think that's where we will pick up. But like that, I could see being like a low level, like, hey, this is kind of what we're doing the first couple chapters while we're fighting other ghosts and figuring out how the team works, and I think we are going to spend a non-insignificant time at the school. Not a lot of it, but like enough of it, because I think the whole thing of like, oh yeah, he just has to get through the school to go to university then, and like that gives you non-spooky action time to have the boys spend time with each other and get to know each other and set up other stakes or situations going on. So,
Right.
no, I'm excited to read more of this. I just had such a good smiling time with it. Like the humor caught me off guard a lot of the time in a good way. Yeah, let's fight more ghosts. Let's Kamakura style. Brad, any closing thoughts?
So I think we need to have a conversation about art.
Okay. I'm going to look at it again while you're talking to me about this because it's been...
I find it interesting. I mean, I understand you are very hyped about this because the story and the characters are good. The art is what I would call the current style.
Maybe it's Eugene's design. Oh man, I'm looking at the boys again and I'm getting jazzed all over again. I love Eugene's style.
The character designs are pretty good.
He is a cutie.
But there's nothing about the style of the art that stands out. It's very much an artist doing manga art.
I disagree, but I think our definitions of that are just diametrically different things.
Besides the style
art
of the characters, what is there that stands out to you in the art?
I mean, I'm looking at like its way of like drawing expression and faces. Like it has a good energy to it. Like the words you are describing lead me to, when I know it's not what you mean, it leads me to the words workmanlike. And I would not call this manga workmanlike. This has a heartbeat inside of it. I'm looking at expressions the way I forgot. Wait a minute. I missed a line from my summary, or did it get deleted? Shoot, I gotta go find that because I'm like paging through the. I super typed that. Where is it? Did I like miss an entire section? I super missed the section. Holy heck! Yeah, because I forgot because I made this joke in here. It's before, after he saves him from the sea, when Eugene saves boy number 2 from the sea. And boy number 2 goes, he says something grabbed him by the foot. He was looking around for a ghost said to be lurking in the area. Then Buck Strickland from King of the Hill shows up being super licked by a dog to tell us, don't hang around here. Like 10 people drowned. Something's been dragging them into the sea. That must be a vengeful spirit, thinks boy number 2, while Eugene is just thinking about how wet his school uniform is. And oh crap, the entrance ceremony. But I love that shot where that old man come up who just fucking looks like Buck Strickland from King of the Hill, the Hank's boss at Propane and Propane Accessories, whatever that fucking place is called, Strickland Propane. And he's just like disgusting, like spit everywhere, getting licked by a dog for some reason, and it's really funny.
He's dead.
What?
He's a spirit.
He's a spirit?
Yeah, he shows up later when they go back to the ocean. Did you miss that?
I might have missed that, or I might not. I might have just been like giggling so much about him getting licked by the dog. Yeah, there's too many good faces. There is spirit and sauce here. This is art. Like, and also I guess it's just this is why I'm like, our definitions are just functionally completely different beasts. Because when you go, this is the style, that is me going, this is generic, and this has.
I think you put a lot of connotations on that.
Yes, correct.
And for me, I'm just looking at it and going, this has a similar, like...
Because if it would look like the other things, my brain would ping going, this looks like the other things. And it doesn't. It looks like manga, but it looks like the artist has I don't know what a design...
Yeah.
I don't know what a design looks like to you unless it's something like... I don't know if something has to be as different as Kyoshi to you to not be the standard style.
Yeah,
manga looks like
much.
Manga,
Yeah.
duh. But like,
no, that's what I'm talking about.
This is not a generic workman style. There is personality. There is too much going on here and an understanding of art for me to describe this as generic or workman. I would take that as an active affront to this artist to have it described as such.
I think within the style of the day, because obviously manga
the day is
has
now
eras. Within the style of the day, it's a spectrum inside of itself of like very rote, I'm just drawing a thing, to I am putting life into this.
But it is like, that's what the expressions are.
I'm agreeing with you.
They're not stock designs. They're not stock expressions. Like there's like I just saw that like there's like one where like he just makes boy number 2 makes this like little sheepish face. And I'm like, I haven't seen that other things. Like it's such a good. It's not workmanlike.
I'm not. That's your word.
I know, but your description matches that of just this is the generic style, and it's like it's not.
But
a generic style implies a lack of design vision. There is a design vision in here.
Yes, but no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that.
So I said our sensations of visual mediums is just it is functionally, structurally at odds definitionally with each other. Not that they're at each other's throats, but just literally they do not overlap.
Let me tell you
two completely different vision sets.
Why this stuck out to me so much.
Okay.
Because when the grandmother showed up again as the ghost near the end, when I looked at her, I went, I have seen this pose and character in something else before.
Yeah, page 1.
No.
I knew that's not what you meant, but I needed to hit you
like
with that.
the way she was standing with the bag and like yelling and everything, I went, I've seen this before.
Wow, an old woman with a bag yelled.
She doesn't even look like an old woman.
No, she doesn't.
The point being, I didn't feel like the art overall, because the characters were good and you could tell that they put effort into it, but I don't think that it had its own style. It wasn't. It didn't try something new like Kiyoshi did. It didn't try to stand out like Alien Headbutt did. It just went, I'm gonna do a really good job with what I can do, which is it looks like.
Then the characters would have looked more rote, and they don't. Again, like I said, our definition, our language and understanding of visual arts does not overlap. We cannot have a meaningful conversation about it that does not involve us butting heads, because whatever big word it is to say, literally, like linguistically, our definitions of these things are not compatible. Our understanding of them is not something that we can truly understand what one means from the other, which is why I butt heads anytime we have these conversations.
I have a feeling that...
And that's not to say that one of them... To be very clear, because sometimes I will hold this over Brad, that does not mean either of us is right or wrong. It just means there will never be a true understanding when it comes to the visual arts. There's so many times that we are just so... I mean, I guess usually we meet with Brad, because Brad's usually pretty chill and doesn't care. But except when he does, which is when I get pissy about it, because Brad's like, I don't care. And then you do, and I'm like, fuck you. But yes, just like I said, I think just literally the words and the way we think about these things is just so... it's not compatible. And that's why these conversations don't work.
I think that your emotional connection to a story and characters goes a long way in your interpretation of the visual language of the series.
Yes, visual language will set a tone. Visual language will make it like if this was a generic thing, everything would look like everything else does, and this doesn't. I could see these character designs and go, "Oh yeah, that's something. That's not just another run-of-the-mill this, that, and the other thing." This person has a sense of like artistic, like again, that's why I keep coming back to design. This is why it's the confusing thing between like the ability, like design choices and design ability are technically two things, but all collectively is how do you take the art in?
Yeah.
If one's art is if actual author artist one's art can get you to where you need to be in the story, then it works. Even though we know structurally or at least like comparatively, especially with the guy who does One Punch Man proper, it's not good art. But if it works and it gets the vibe right, then it's doing its job. Art is not always being about the most detailed, the most lavishly made.
Yeah, certainly not.
No.
Which is, I actually, like, I think Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi has a better style than this does.
It has a more unique style, but I still think
in a technical manner, you would say that this is better. Like,
no, I wouldn't. I would say neither of these. These are not technically on a technical level comparable in a way that me as a non-art artist can define. But I would say both of these have, comparative to a lot of the light novel I just listened to the May I Ask for One More Thing episode, so that thought and conversation is deep in my emotional core head. Like, somebody who has an intention is making the art here. This is not just, I had a story and this is functionally what it looks like.
And I think that you feel that. and that
I do.
comes across in your interpretation of the art.
Because
that's exactly what I was thinking of. Is if I look at this and then I look at, may I ask for one final thing, or if I look at very specifically the one that sticks in my head of it might have been the first one where you're like, this is workmanlike.
Yeah.
Was
one of the early Isenines.
the 100 reincarnation one.
Oh yeah.
Where I look at that,
that's generic anime
and I
art
go,
manga art to me.
These all look great to me. The art is very, very well done.
See, that is why this is why I said we are diametrically opposed, because that is what I would call generic. There is again, this is why I have workmanlike. It's fine. There is no soul of design in here because this story was not born visually, and it is not put in the hands of somebody who's doing an adaptation proper. It is put in the hands of somebody who's trying to make a paycheck because some money person on the internet found the light novel and wanted to and knew they could make a buck off of it, making it into a manga. There is no I need to bring this story to a visual thing. It is a part of the machine that makes them. It is the definition. That's why I use workmanlike. It's a person's work job to make these word pages into into image pages. And that is not what's going on here. This was arted and written by the same human. It is a visual thing at its heart. And you can tell that in the way it is done, in the way that things are sold through facial expressions, which is a lot harder to do in writing in the same way.
But I think of those other two series, and I think of the facial expressions in those, and I go, they did a really good job with those. I am seeing and feeling the emotions that person is conveying.
I can't say anything to that. I can't tell you how to feel. I have to say that is a valid position to be in because that is your viewpoint. I have nothing to say about that.
I am totally open to saying that you have a different interpretation of this art because your emotional interpretation and your visual interpretation are so highly connected, and my brain doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
That's fine.
That's what I like. That is at the heart of this. That's why I wanted to be very clear. Man, this is such a tangent for this episode. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Phantom Busters, about this. I'm glad we had a really lovely time with you, and we'll talk about you again in a minute.
I don't think any of this detracts from that.
No, but also, I guess my point that I made earlier on top of this is this is not me decrying your position, even though it hurts my feelings. But I can exit myself, and that's why I've settled on the our understanding and viewpoint of this is incompatible and sometimes even diametrically opposed. When you go, this is what I feel in my body, and I go, your statement of fact to you is an active state that actively breaks the tenets inside of what I believe about this and feel about it. And that's why it's just what we find interesting, how we use the words to describe it, all how we feel about it in a grander sense is all just not compatible. We can only step on each other's toes, by which I mean you can step on my toes. I can't step on your toes. They're out of reach of me.
Well, to be fair, I think you're stepping on my toes a little bit because I think that while I am open for workmanlike to being a spectrum where you can have workmanlike positive.
Yeah, we did. For when I asked you one more thing, I gave a workmanlike thumbs up. I
think that there are, at least the things that I like, there are more things that are workmanlike positive because, again, I will concede that, like what you said, these people drew this for a paycheck, and I don't think that's necessarily
I have no ill will
bad,
towards people.
But I do think that they are very talented artists, and to sort of lump them in with the ones who are literally just doing it for a paycheck and are very workmanlike, I don't think is quite fair. And so when I look at this one, and visually to me, I go, this seems relatively standard. Again, bonus points for good character design and the emotions that are coming across and everything, but visually, the stylistic nature of it doesn't feel different to me than other current manga. And I think that offends you in the same way that the workmanlike stuff offends me.
Because the words you say are that's why it's we need to exit this conversation, because this is going to be a fight that goes on literally forever and always until the end of time, because we are two diametrically opposed humans in this thing. Because I feel the exact opposite of the way that you've just described, in a soul level, not in not hypocrite's not the word I want, not in not in a contrarian way, just literally that is the exact opposites of the feelings and tenets I feel in my body, like looking at this art. And that is why we need to stop talking about this, because it's going to be a forever circle.
I think you need to take that in and understand that it's opposite.
Yes.
And so
that is me that's why I've declared it out loud multiple times this episode, and I'm now trying to eject because I know it's a cycle.
I just want you to keep in mind that it's always going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me.
I know! Who do you think's screaming right now? Chat, Discord, listeners, go on the Discord and call Brad a stinky poop head for his beliefs. Don't do that. But do you please tell me when I'm right sometimes, because
they've
really
told
nice.
me I'm wrong plenty recently.
It feels really nice when you guys tell me that Brad was the crazy one and I was right for defending the honor of the manga. Just a little bit, just sometimes, just a little treat sometimes. Okay.
I think
name a ghost we're gonna come across that wasn't a dead samurai.
What?
Just make up one ghost they're gonna run into. What's a ghost they have to bust? Put you on the spot too hard.
What's the one that's a giant wheel, skeleton wheel?
Skeleton wheel.
Yeah. Let's go with that one.
That's fun. I like that.
I should be dangerous, right?
Inevitability of Dead Salaryman.
Oh, yeah.
Inevitability of Turbo Granny ripoff.
Ooh. Maybe.
That might be somewhere else. Was she based on somebody? Wasn't she based on an actual thing?
Yeah.
Or did we make that up?
I think so.
Okay. But I feel like that's somewhere else, because the Dandadan Zone is not near the ocean.
Right.
And this is very clearly near the ocean. Over under on an elusive samurai cameo. No, not happening.
We already did that.
Not happening. We did. But like literally, specifically. Over under on conceptually any of the characters showing up from Roku, by which I mean is will the girl with the knife
Psycho?
archetype, like a psycho, show up?
Oh, the doll, the murder doll.
No, not the doll. The schoolgirl, because there's a lot of Sachiko. There's a lot of creepypasta schoolgirl things in Japan.
Hey, the guy.
How much of this is going to be
the guy who made The Ring just died?
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
He was only 68.
That's not right.
Yeah, he missed both of the fun numbers.
He got one of them. Oh, I guess he didn't die. He got to be at one of them. He didn't get to the other number. Brad, say your feelings again. I just wanted to get one last.
I'm going to bleep that out because I don't want to spoil it. So
the guy from The Ring died, or what the funny numbers were?
No. When I said what my feelings were.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna restart that now.
Brad, how do you feel about Phantom Busters?
You mean, what do I think about it?
What do you think? Whatever one you want to do first. What's your thinky thinks and your feely feels? How about that?
I think it's amazing.
Language is a funny thing, ain't it?
Fantastic. Whatever. It's the second to highest.
You're good. You're good. That's not what I'm. It's fine. You said that was your thinky or your feely?
That's how I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think that it's doing. It's everything that we hate about the trope of these Exorcist manga, it just does it right.
This is great. What if your main character was just a really cute boy who was smart?
Yeah.
And not a dipshit.
Honestly,
his friend's a dipshit. His friend's a himbo.
Yeah. I didn't expect to find something in this arc that I was like, oh my God. And especially considering that going into this, I was like, I can't believe this got axed. It doesn't make any sense. It's so good.
Because it didn't.
It didn't.
I think it's great. I don't know why I don't think it's fantastic. I think it's just
the art, isn't it?
You shut the fuck up. I think it's honestly just because I don't know I think it's just because humor just has a ceiling at some point, and it can be subjective, even though both of us had a great time with the humor, which we've learned recently is not a given.
Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
Great.
I feel that it's amazing. I had such a good time with this. I had such a grand old time. I didn't know nothing going in. Not that I was in a bad mood, but I just haven't been in like a new media receptive mood, especially when it comes to manga. And I just was like, yo, I'm hooting and hollering. I'm having a grand old time, and I'm excited to see what happens next.
So
in a way that I feel like I can trust it going forward because the character archetypes are already really strong.
I think the difference here for our feelings, the reason why I was like, I think this is amazing, I feel that it's great, is because I don't think the humor hit for me in the same way that it did for you. I definitely thought it was funny, but I wasn't like guffawing at it. So
I think that leads me to my question is less, why did you only think it was great or feel that it was great? Why did you think it was amazing then?
I think that on a objective level, everything that it's doing is the top end of what you can do in one of these kind of series.
I guess it's the top end, because I know we've had ones before of like, this did everything right and it maybe just didn't grab us.
And it's not that it didn't grab me. It just didn't grab me to the same level.
No. But I guess I guess it's just we've had things before that we didn't go up to fantastic when we were just like, we can't find anything wrong with this, but also just something. But I guess this isn't one where we just said, but something was missing.
Yeah, nothing was missing from this.
Because we've had other ones before where it's just like, I can't dock at any points, but it's just, and everything it does is great or fine. Or good, I should say, but I guess it's because like that top level, I guess, is what we're capturing there. Sorry, I thought it was just very fascinating that your like, I don't know, have we ever had a thinky that was at fantastic that feeling was less than that before this for either of us?
There's always first time.
There is. I don't know. I just think I don't know why I think that's interesting.
I think
just your ideology on why you got there makes sense. It was just like interesting
from a feeling standpoint. Obviously, more humor that was grabbing me would probably do it. But also, I think if there was an emotional component to it that grabbed me, because while I had fun with it and I was like, oh, I want to follow these characters and see what they're doing, none of it made me go, oh, I feel that. Like whether it's, the grandmother is trying to communicate. And
the charm from the grandmother,
something
losing that didn't hit you?
I mean, if anything was going to, that would have been it, and it didn't quite get there.
Okay, I get that. I love little side tangent. I love that Eugene is just like, I had it with like it's still just the thing. It doesn't matter, but also emotionally, I still feel really shitty to have lost it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I feel that.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's not that
this wasn't a counterpoint to yours. I just wanted to bring that up because I really liked it.
It's not that it didn't have any emotional components to it.
Yeah, it just didn't grab you.
There weren't any that were strong enough for me to go like, oh, I feel this deep down, you know.
Mm-hmm. Would you buy?
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah.
I'm going to say I would. I'm not going to, but am I going to read more of this? Yeah. I kind of love that not all of it's out and officially in the West right now, because that means I won't be like, there's too many to read, and then I get halfway through and then I fall off. Like, what's out right now is very doable, and what they're going to keep dropping in sets of 4, because that's each volume at who knows what rate. Probably at the rate of a lot of the other ones they've been doing that with, like Bugle Call, I think was like that, is every so often they would just drop another weird amount of chapters that are in a Bugle Call volume, because the amount is always very all over the place. So
we should ask Finn, who's translating and lettering this.
What?
We should ask Finn if they know who's translating and lettering.
I thought you were saying Finn, who is translating and lettering this.
No.
And I'm like, how did you learn this? We just said at the beginning we didn't know. Yeah, I mean, worth a shot. I'd love to learn and be like, hey, give that homie their flowers.
They told us what they were working on before, and I don't think this was.
I didn't think so either. That's why I was like, but this also started coming out on the Jump app after we had that episode. It's been months,
right?
So, but yeah, I think if I didn't have it so easily on the app, I'd probably buy it after this chapter, because I had such a great time with it. I'm really excited to jump back in.
Yeah.
We already had a high noon. That already happened with art.
We high nooned about something incredibly specific.
You know what's the funniest thing of all of this, and like the thing that we need? We need the person who needs to be the tiebreaker is that neither of us is good at drawing. Like, neither of us knows actually functionally what goes into making art, yet we have strong feelings about it in completely different ways.
I don't have strong feelings.
You have strong feelings by virtue of talking to me and having a different position.
There are certain things. Very specific things.
That's a strong feeling. Language, Brad. That's a strong feeling in my book. You didn't bend over. You stood your ground. You said, this is how I feel, and that's a strong feeling. It was unshakable.
This is how I feel, even though I don't care.
But you clearly do. Brad, I'm sure I've done this because we've covered 50 kabillion Exorcist manga, and somehow we liked this one regardless. Exercise this episode.
No, I don't want this to go away.
Okay. Episode's got to end at some point. I don't want to. We could just keep having that fight forever, but both me and the listeners don't want that, I don't think.
Well, maybe they do. So they should go on our website.
Go on the Discord and egg us on to continue having this argument as friends on the Discord in front of all of you, like a couple getting ready to divorce, arguing in front of their children about who they love more.
They should go on our website, animepodcasterreincarnation.com, and find the social links page, and that's where they can go and find all the places where they can come and tell us how you're wrong or I'm wrong.
How we're both full of shit.
Yeah, right. Of course, Discord is the best place to come and chat with us, as Moxie mentioned. But there's a whole bunch of different sites up there that I have accounts on, and some of them sometimes I look at. So you can do that.
If you want to stealth talk to Brad and make sure I don't see it, it's in one of those places.
Leave a bunch of comments on the YouTube channel about how I'm right.
Conspire with him. He could make them up. I'd never know. He could just be like, man, people have been commenting on the YouTube video. Don't look at it, though.
All over Blue Sky. Just everybody on Blue Sky is just like, Brad's
everybody's skeeting you.
The most right all the time.
He's the most right all the time. All of his takes, all of his tastes. Top level, top shelf.
Well, you can also find a link up on our website to our Patreon, where our supporters get perks like bonus episodes, which there should be one soon.
Yes.
Probably.
I promised it. I'm pinky promising it now.
But whether it's soon or in 2 months is the other part of it.
It'll be soon to you listening to this.
Maybe.
Well, actually,
No, that's what I'm saying.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Time is funny. I forgot. We're rebuilding the backlog.
But also, you can get the high-quality stereo version of the podcast early. And, Moxie, tell them about the special perk.
Yes. If you somehow haven't listened to the last couple episodes, if you're a Reincarnator tier or up, we have a arc coming up later this year that I have deemed the obligation arc, where you can tell us a manga to cover for this show. You can just give us for 1 month. You got to go into chat though and talk about it. You got to tell me directly. I'm not coming to you for it. You got to spend more money than that for me to be doing that legwork. But you can, if you give us your Reincarnator tier and you go into that Reincarnator and up level chat room on the Discord and you go, I want y'all to cover this one, even if it's one I said I wouldn't cover. We will cover it unless it's straight up pornography. I'm not doing that. I'm not covering a hentai.
I'll do a bonus episode for that.
I know we got really, really close a couple times, and I got really iffy about those. So I don't want to have to delve any deeper.
Or Made in Abyss.
What? Okay, no, I said what I said. Remember I said I'd made an abyss? I'll cover it, but no, you have to lie in the bed you've made. Just because I'm covering it does not mean I will not talk shit. Like this
monkey's paw.
Listener, this is a monkey's paw situation. If you're just like, man, I really want them to read this, but Moxie's gonna hate it. This is not for me going carte blanche of going, I'll like it. I won't be mean to it. You're just putting it in front of me. Mm-hmm. What will happen will happen. I'm going to try not to be mean to it, but if that happens, it will happen. I'm just saying you're not like, if you put up a child of yours, no, the course of nature will take place. It is not assured a good time.
You wouldn't slap a child, would you?
Does the child have it coming? I don't know. So yes, we'll cover anything. Just be ready for the consequences. This is my offer and warning to you. Talking to you, Cake Dwarf. That's up to you. Will you suffer the consequences?
It's
up to you.
That Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme with Pimento. He's like the crazy detective, and he's like, "Oh, who we killing? But I won't kill any kids unless the kid's a dick."
Yeah, very much so.
Well, as always, we have to shout out our patrons.
Yes.
Which is another perk that you'll get if you come and join our Patreon. So, first and foremost, at our royal tier, we've got our Crown Prince, Slimy Okra.
Also, it's time to give us another of these. We've been doing this for like a couple months now, so
they're not going to hear this for a couple months.
I know, that's the funny part. Because at some point in the middle, we forget about it or we get bored of it, but then we came back because it's been a while. So I'm telling you now, having to have done this twice in one night after doing this for a couple months, I'm asking all of you that these human names that we're about to list. I don't know why I said human names.
Yeah.
Give us new things to sing. Give me new things to sing or say.
I think I will say this is the last time I want to whistle.
Exactly. Like Brad's going to
whistle this thing in particular.
We'll whistle something else.
I'll whistle while you work.
I can whistle.
Maybe you should learn to whistle.
Brad, if I could have learned how to whistle, I already had done it.
Where was I? Oh, right. The fun part. Also at our noble tier, we have our Archduke imaginary numeral.
Something like
Did
that.
we ever get an
I always just do the close
explanation for what imaginary wanted there?
Yeah. They seem to be entertained by it the last time it went up. An episode of that.
How are we supposed to make those noises with our mouths?
I tried. That's the joke. The joy is I tried.
At our noble tier, we've got our marquee, Sir Cake Dwarf.
Cherish this.
I think that's probably the best one I've done.
That's pretty good. Outside of the first one, probably.
The one where I was actually listening to it at the same time.
No, it was the afterwards, honestly. You've been really good with that. No joke.
And last and certainly not least, at our commoner tier, we've got Last Man on Earth, Laura Carroll, and Rena. So thank you so much to all of our patrons.
Thank you, Brad, for that. Thank you, patrons. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts in our feed. And wow, those boys had a lot of fun exercising those ghosts. I wonder what they'll get up to next time. Is the one that you want to reload one we haven't read yet, or is it the thing that we're about to cover?
Yeah. It's 12 chapters long.
Well, I guess I was going to clarify that. I'm like, no, I'm literally about to clarify for the episode. I'll tell you and them at the same time, unless you already know things about that, which you probably don't, hopefully. So it'll be interesting when I tell you.
Okay.
Are we recording again? I see the red light.
I just don't know which other one I would pick. I don't even know what is.
I think I just randomly found it. I don't remember what it's about anymore.
And maybe I could do, but I don't know. We watched the first episode of that.
We did.
And I was like, okay.
Isn't there one more?
Plus,
on that
we
list?
met all the boys in that.
No on there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the next one.
Yeah.
That's the one you want to do?
I don't know. I just want to read it before I decide.
Mm.
There's more conversation to have, but we have to do the episode first, so we can essentially just have it on the episode, because otherwise we're gonna bury the lead.
Okay.
On today's episode, but what if the boys exorcised ghosts? This is Phantom Busters. I'm gonna do it more spooky though, but like silly spooky. Blech.
All right. Let's pause for a moment because I'm
letting you search. Yes, that's why.
Got a text I need to look at.
I got a text.
Okay. It's not at the end. Okay. Yeah. It's not in the first chapter. But.
I looked.
But.
I'm
going to look in chapter 4. These are only. The chapters all must be long because there's only 4 chapters per volume.
Where are you seeing that info? Oh, does the Viz website have them split by volume?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. That would explain why there's only 12 chapters, because there's only 3 volumes out in America.
Each chapter is 40-some.
Oh, interesting. They're all beefy boys. Okay. Beefy boys.
Okay, I'm looking at the end of chapter 4.
I would say that, or the start of chapter 5 if that's the new volume, if they
broke it.
changed something.
Nope, no credits. I don't know. It's weird. Okay.
to think of I didn't think of the bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why some of the reason it's like new song, because then, but also like if I do the song, I'm not thinking of a bit. Nothing's jumping because we had 50 kabillion Exorcist series, so it's like what can I do that we haven't already done? I got a charm from like a little flea market, and now there's a ghost here. I'm like, oh, what is that? Who is that? Or you say, yeah, doing the little outro, but I go, oh my gosh, who is that? I don't know. I'm not saying they're good. I'm just spitballing. It's like, what are bits from this? That man ate a ghost. I did not spend enough time talking about how a man vored a ghost, and it was.
You keep that to yourself.
Yeah, that was good cut out. That's not even in the after beeps. I'm not going to actually do a bit with that at the end, just to be clear. I'm just thinking of things that jumped out at me that were specific to this one. Oh, no, didn't I say, I wonder what the boys will do next time? Isn't that what I said the running thing was?
Mm-hmm.
Because it gave me an out to not have to come with a new bit every week. Let's do it with different voices. I don't know. Is it just thank you? Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, patrons. Just a good old boys.
I don't actually know what they get up to next time. I don't remember what manga's next.
Never doing no harm.
Always fighting the ghosts and playing volleyball. We have to make our team of boys at the end.
The law will allow.
Why don't they play volleyball with the ghosts? Have we had an Exorcist sports series? We should.
Why do I feel
Hikaru
like
no Go?
I've heard of that before.
Tenmaku Cinema. And it needs to not just be that the ghost is their mentor. They have to play with the ghost or exercising ghosts is like everybody's got a ghost or something. I don't want any of I don't want to hear Hikaru no Go or Tenmaku Cinema where it's just like, oh, his ghost pal is the guy who played it back in the 80s or whatever.
Every time they score, one of the ghosts is exercised.
Every time the scoreboard goes, an angel gets its wings.
By the time you get to the end of the match, the other team isn't even there anymore.
Oh, you're literally exercise. Oh, because you're fighting. You're playing against ghosts. You have to win the game to rest their spirit.
Yeah.
Shonen Jump, hire me, but also don't, because I don't speak Japanese and I don't want to move. And writing in Jump sounds really stressful.
No, just send us the stuff ahead of time, and we'll be like, no, this is terrible. Do it again.
We'll be like, no, what about we'll go. Here's our list of ideas. Get somebody in your bullpen to make these. They're better than whatever they're coming with. I promise. I don't promise that.
All right.
We got it. It's there. We did it. I believe in it.